1, 2, 3.
Folarin be ballin' for all y'all to see. Folarin be ballin' for all y'all to see.
Do you believe in soulmates?
No.
Not that there's like there is one soulmate for you out there.
Yeah, I really don't think there's. Is that what you kind of mean by soulmates? Do you mean there's one?
There's one person.
No,
yes.
definitely not.
Especially because you're molded by your experiences and the people around you, and that you're constantly changing. It's a dynamic model.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't think there's soulmates. Like, I think you can just be. You can have someone that you're so naturally connected to, and I definitely think we found that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that like necessarily that means that there's not someone else that you would also be very connected to. Like, how do you ever know that? There's so many humans, you know.
But then also it's like, well, the ones that you're most likely to have the most in common with, you will have already rubbed up against. So,
that's true. But then also as well at this point, it's like there's no one that I would be as similar to as you right now at this point, 5 years into our relationship, just because like we've just like grown so much together, so now it's almost like we could
it's
potentially
it's
do you know what I mean?
self-determined.
Like at this point we could maybe say we're soulmates, but then
I think you could.
But then it's like I don't think that you can just like meet someone and they're your soulmate, you know? I don't know.
That's interesting. And throwback to the third episode of the podcast, the Soulmate Theory that I had with Nadia, because we talked all about this. And I think that there is a soulmate. And we all have
do?
I do. And the way that I describe this is, I think it's a pyramid. And I think there's a super soulmate at the very top. It's like one individual that if you meet, you'll fall in love instantly. But you might never, ever, ever meet them. Because my super soulmate could be in fucking... I don't know, wherever in the country. And then I think it's a pyramid, and then the next level, you have a few soulmates who, if you met, it's kind of like you would vibe, chill. Sure. You could get married, live happily ever after, and then it just keeps going and going. And like the top 3 layers you could meet and be very happy with, and then everything after that is just going to lead to failure. So that's my theory on soulmates.
But why do you think that? Like, why do you think there's a super soulmate, you know?
Because I feel like there's just... You said there's billions of people in the world. There has to be one person who's like my person, and I feel that way for every single person. And it's just there's these instant we all hear about like love at first sight and how someone's like, oh, I met her and I knew we would get married, and they do get married however many years later. I do believe that sort of intense connection is there with someone, and you might never meet them, which I think is like that might be like the sad part of it, but I do think that person is out there for each and every single one of us.
Okay, but then also do you think if you met that person it would be like a perfect relationship?
I don't think there's such a thing as a perfect relationship.
Exactly, because that's what I was going to say, because I just feel like, so you just think it would be a very intense connection?
Yes,
Okay.
that would lead to a life of happily ever after. But again, there's no perfect relationship. Whatever couple has been together for however many years, it lasts as long as there will be problems.